Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 5 of 6 between the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Akron RubberDucks. I'm Emily Messina on the call today for tonight's game. I'm broadcasting out of First Energy Stadium in Reading, Pennsylvania, and the game is at Canal Park in Akron, Ohio. The Fightins have two more away games, including today, and then they return home for a 6-game set against the Richmond Flying Squirrels, a Giants affiliate. Thank you so much for tuning in today. The Fightins look for win number 2 in this series after falling last night. A two-run home run by Matt Vierling just wasn't enough as the Fightins lost 3-2 to Akron, but a great battle for both teams, and tonight is sure to be a good contest as well. Once again, I'm doing this broadcast remote, and I do have the crowd noise from Akron, but please let me know if that gets too loud or overbearing at any time. George told me it sounds great, so thanks, George. Hi. I'm glad you're on the broadcast tonight. Also, there is a movie night going on at First Energy Stadium for a foster care event, so if that gets loud too, I apologize for that. They're showing Shazam at the ballpark tonight, so that should be interesting, but we're about to get underway here at Canal Park as the Fightin' Phils take on the Akron RubberDucks here in Game 5. Stepping in first is Daniel Brito with Archimedes Gamboa getting the night off to face Eli Lingos. The first pitch is a ball below the knees, and Brito showing signs of bunt. Lingos, the lefty starter, 25 years old, and he was selected out of ASU back in 2018. Next pitch does grace the bottom of the strike zone, and the count moves to 1-1. Brito leading off today, then Stokes, Vierling, and Matera in the cleanup spot as he fouls one up in the stands. Then Tatum, Guthrie, Miller, and rounding out 8 and 9 are Fitch and Hearn. The designated hitter tonight is Matera, while Fitch is behind the plate to catch Francisco Morales. Lingos, turning his body almost entirely backwards, gets Brito to pop up, and it's a catch on the run by Monasterio at short, but three guys were going for it as Furman and Oscar Gonzalez were also in the mix, but they were able to call each other off, and out number 1 as Daniel Brito is retired. Madison Stokes stepping into the batter's box. He had an amazing night the other night with 2 hits and 2 RBIs, his first of the season. And now he's moved into the number 2 spot, and he is also out in right field today. Lingos completely turns his body almost all the way around and then tries to use power in his hips as he swings his body forward. His head kind of remains facing towards first base, even though his body is facing the outfield wall. And the count moves to 1-1 as Stokes swings and misses. Stokes batting .186 with 8 hits on the season. And he'll pop it up. It's in the middle of the outfield. Coming in is Benson, but again, Monasterio calls off everyone and makes the catch in shallow center field. So quickly 2 away here in the top of the first with the score still tied at 0 for Matt Vierling, who had the only RBIs in the contest last night. It was his first game in the series, and in his first at-bat, he sent a 2-run bomb out to left field. And that was the only Fightins' big offense for the day. And here he is now in the top of the first. Take a first pitch strike down the middle. Lingos and the rest of the RubberDucks wearing their home whites with the black RubberDuck cap, as the Fightins are wearing road gray pants. Most of them do have the red cleats that you know, and the navy tops with the red and navy our Phils R logo hat. And the pitch comes in low, count moving to 2-1. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Eli Lingos on the mound for the RubberDucks. Matt Bierling in the batter's box. And here's the 2-1. Big swing and a miss there as Bierling chases one low and out of the zone. And the count moves to out in the outfield for the RubberDucks. Gonzalez, Benson, and Palacios. Furman, Monasterio, Freeman, and Brooks across the diamond left to right. And Bo Naylor once again behind the plate. Bierling chops one up to short, and once again Monasterio tosses it to Brooks, and he makes all 3 outs in the top of the first inning. Fightin' Phils go down in order. We're going to take a short break at Canal Park, and we'll be back at the bottom of the first.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that brings together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Back for the bottom of the first inning at Canal Park. The Fightins went down in order 1, 2, 3, and Francisco Morales is now taking the mound for Reading. Game number 5. This is his first appearance in the series so far. And leading things off, Tyler Freeman, then Richard Palacios, Alex Call, Trenton Brooks, Monasterio, Naylor, Gonzalez, and rounding it out is Benson and Furman. And Freeman drives one on the first pitch. It's going to go bounce off the wall in left field as Hearn unable to make a play, and it's going to be a double for Freeman as the RubberDucks start things off in the bottom of the first. Freeman, the number 2 prospect for the RubberDucks. Got a lot of power on his back, and he says he's working on his discipline and plate approach. And he credits a lot of that to Jose Furman, who is one of his closest friends on the roster. And that'll bring up Palacios, batting from the left side of the batter's box. He steps in way back, about as close as the catcher as you can get. Morales looking back at Freeman. Now he'll kick and fire home, and it's outside. Morales is one of the only guys on the R Phils who is just a pure starter. Along with Goglowski, he does not come out of the pen at all, so we will only see him as a starter today. And while he doesn't have an assigned piggyback, he probably won't go more than 4, probably more like 3, but that kind of depends on his pitch count as the 1-0 comes in low, making it 2-0. Current ERA 16.43. He's had 2 losses. But a couple of strikeouts. He says he's up to the challenge. Growing and changing here in AA can be a big jump for some players, and he's ready to work on his stuff. He said he's trying to add his changeup as best he can. That was something he worked on over quarantine as Palacios takes a strike called at the knees. And he thinks that adding that 3rd pitch, having that to go to, will help him as a starter when he can get through the lineup more than a couple of times without showcasing all of his stuff immediately. Morales now looking back at Freeman on second. Instead, he'll go home. A big swing and a miss from Palacios as he cuts on a slider that slides down inside. Fastball and slider are his two top pitches. His fastball goes usually 94, 95. I don't have a radar gun here now, but his slider, Sean Williams says, is his best pitch, and he likes his changeup and how it's progressing. Freeman on second. Here's the 2-2 to Palacios. It's in the dirt. Good block there by Fitch behind the plate. And now it's a full count here in the bottom of the first with nobody out. Freeman doubled to get on second. First batter of the game. Morales setting up. The righty kicks, fires, and just misses the outside corner, though that was a very close pitch. Behind the plate tonight, Louis Krupa over at first, Thomas Fornarola, and Ben Phillips over at third tonight. And we'll see the kind of strike zone that Krupa puts together as Palacios walks down to first. There's two on with nobody out here for the RubberDucks for Alex Call at the plate. Akron has a small RubberDuck logo on the mound and behind the umpire at home. And Morales gets a called strike at the knees. And they also have a different colored turfus in the batter's box and where Fitch is catching behind the plate. A cool design there in the infield and the outfield by the RubberDucks groundskeeper. Freeman on second, Palacios on first, Morales, here's the 0-1, and Palacios chopping that up to third. It's going to be 5-4, and on to 3. They'll get the out at second, but Miller unable to hold on to it at first as coming around and scoring is Tyler Freeman. So we'll see how they ended up scoring that. Seems like it would be a fielder's choice onto second. So Call wouldn't get credit for the hit, but he would get the RBI unless they record that as an error to Miller on first. Nice clean field by Tatum over at third onto Brito at second for the out there, but Freeman able to score. So it's 1-0 now, Akron with one out here in the bottom of the first for Trent Brooks. And looks like stealing is Call, so he'll make his way safely to second as the throw from Fitch comes in late. Good jump on that by Alex Call to get there in time. One nothing to score. Akron with one away in the bottom of the first. Alex Call on second, the only base runner right now for the RubberDucks, and the pitch comes in high to Trent Brooks. Thanks for joining me on the air tonight. I appreciate your support, and we're excited to see the Fightin' Phils play tonight. Morales is trying to work his way out of a jam here in the bottom of the first inning. And the pitch comes in high. Again, he misses outside. One away here in the bottom of the first. Morales, the number 4 prospect in the Phillies organization, sends a fastball outside, and he will walk Brooks. So now there's 2 on here with 1 away for Monasterio. only Fightins player on the 40-man roster, and he was one of the few guys that was on the 60-man roster to start off the 2021 season. So he was able to go to spring training and practice up there and able to get some workouts in and some tips from some big league players, and he said that helped him a lot in his comfort level and, you know, the things that he had worked on during the pandemic. This pitch comes in outside to Monasterio, and looks like he'll call time, and Alex Call is able to steal third, and it's going to be a double steal as Trenton Brooks moves to second. So apparently time was not called in time. And so they are going to record that as a fielder's choice that got Alex Call on first, but it is going to be an error by Luke Miller that allowed Tyler Freeman to score. And the count moves to 3-0 on Monasterio. Pitch comes in right down the middle, and Morales finally gets a strike. There is a space for him on first base after that double steal. Morales in a jam here with just one out. And the RubberDucks took away that double play opportunity by stealing second and third as Monasterio chops one foul up the third base line. Bottom of the first, Akron leads 1-0. And Morales trying to get out of a jam. Here's pitch number 7. It's in the dirt. And that'll make this a full count. Settles into the righty batter's box. Morales takes a deep breath, kicks, fires. It's popped up, and it's going to be foul. And Monasterio staying alive in this long at-bat. Three balls, 2 strikes here. Runners on second and third with one away. Morales deals. Again, popped up. Is it going to stay in fair territory? It is, and it looks like the runners are going to choose to come home on the catch, so they are going to tag and come home. And so Alex Call crosses the plate, and Trenton Brooks shifts to third. But now there's 2 away. So Monasterio will get the RBI, although he is out, and Bo Naylor heads to the plate. Naylor, the lefty from Canada, one of the top prospects in the RubberDucks organization, swings through a fastball right down the middle. Morales slowing down his rhythm quite a bit here, trying to throw off the RubberDucks. Tyler Freeman started this inning off with a stand-up double after a walk to Palacios. Freeman was driven in by a fielder's choice from Alex Call. And a sacrifice fly from Monasterio. Scored another one for the RubberDucks here in the bottom of the first. They lead 2-0. But 2 outs now, and the count 2-1 to Bo Naylor at the plate, who's batting just 158 so far this season, only 6 hits to his name. Here's the pitch, big swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate. And the count moves to 2-2 as it seems Morales has gained control of this at-bat. Morales taking a deep breath, getting the sign from Fitch, the 2-2 just inside. And once again, Morales makes it to another full count. The RubberDucks are really taking him deep for pitches in this half inning. 25 so far, and typically we haven't really seen him go past 50. But we'll see today as we get deeper into the season, things might change. And driving it into deep center field, Bo Naylor going back at the wall is Stokes, and it's over his head. A 2-run home run to Bo Naylor. His first home run of the season, and the RubberDucks take a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Naylor just sent that one over. They've got the bullpens out in right center, and it just flew over there, and you can see the Fightins just standing stunned, and there was nothing that Stokes out in right field could do about it. So 2 runs across the plate on a 2-run home run by Naylor, and now it is 4-0 with 2 away in the bottom of the first for Oscar Gonzalez, who had the game-winning home run last night. That put up the RubberDucks for good. Oscar Gonzalez settling into the righty batter's box. The sun is shining right at the box now as he chops one up the middle, and Guthrie unable to field it. It kind of bounced over Morales' head, and I'm thinking they'll record that as a hit, although Guthrie did fumble it, and usually when you touch it and are unable to make the play, that's an error, although that was a tough play to make. So we'll see what the official score says. And but either way, Gonzalez safe on first, and now Will Benson heading to the plate. Morales going over to first, and the ball gets away from Miller, and rounding second is Gonzalez, and he'll stay put at third. Or his manager tells him to stick around there. Wasn't able to see the throw from Morales on the remote stream, so I'm not sure if the throw was off or Miller wasn't ready for it. Unfortunately, I don't get to choose what I see on the remote call. So I didn't see that play at all, except for Gonzalez rounding and staying at third. So now a runner in scoring position for the RubberDucks once again with 2 outs, and Benson swings on a slider and misses. Nothing to score in the bottom of the first inning. Morales struggling to get out, and he'll send one outside the zone. Here's the 1-1 from the starter. Just high. Check swing there by Benson, but he didn't go around. Told there is someone warming up in the Fightins' pen. Number 36, Braden Zarbniski. And here's the 2-1. It bounces. A good block there by Colby Fitch, keeping it in front of him. And Gonzalez unable to move off of third. Big crowd at Canal Park. The RubberDucks had the biggest crowd of the season so far. I believe it was over 3,000. See see if I wrote it down. 3,586 last night. They had post-game fireworks, and I believe they have the same tonight. And Morales kicks, fires. Benson sending one into right field, but it bears just foul. And he'll stay alive with a 2-2 count. And that one bounces out of Fitch's glove, and Gonzalez coming home to score. So 5-0 now. Akron leads, and this is a tough inning for Morales, the starter. He's struggling to get out there, and I believe that will be recorded as a wild pitch that allowed Gonzalez to score. Swing and a miss there by Benson, and Morales does the job to get Benson going down, swinging his first strikeout of the night. And 5-0 for the RubberDucks as they record just 2 hits. We're going to take a short break as we get ready for some Fightin's offense.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightin's in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin's team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Well, the Fightins are ready to put the offense on fire here in the top of the second inning. They're down 5-0 right now, but Nick Matera looks ready to get some action going here early on as he takes the first pitch ball from Eli Lingos. Lingos got a 1-2-3 inning back in the top of the first off of 12 pitches. And he sends another one low. And good patience there by Matera to make it 2-0 the count. Big swing and a miss there. A fastball up in the zone to Matera. Matera is one of 7 players out of Rutgers University that are playing in the minor leagues systems all around this summer as he takes a strike at the knees. There is 1 in the Indian system, though not with the Akron RubberDucks, 2 in the Padres system, 1 in the Pirates system, I believe, as well. So they're kind of spread out here. Rutgers University in New Jersey. This pitch comes in the dirt, and the count is now full to Nick Matera. Matera, the designated hitter tonight. He and Colby Fitch spend time trading off who's behind the plate, filling in for Rodolfo Duran, who's out on the injured list as he takes a ball way up in the zone. And Matera starting things off well here for the Fightin' Phils. Got on base with a walk. Got some pitches out of Eli Lingo, so now McCarthy Tatum heading into the Fightin's batter's box. Setting up in the back part of the right box. Lingos deals. It's a called strike at the knees. And he'll drive one into the third baseman's glove. Furman on to second, and safe at first is Tatum as he runs out the double play. So the RubberDucks unable to turn two. It'll just be a fielder's choice that gets Matera at second. Great running there by Tatum to get himself safely on first and avoid the double play, with now only one out here in the top of the second for Dalton Guthrie. 5-0 Akron leads the Fightin' Phils. Top of the second, one away here as Lingo's choosing to go over to first. McCarthy Tatum slides back safely. Trent Brooks over there at first in his home white uniform, already pretty dirty. The poor clubby that has to try to get that out. And now Lingo's going home. He'll get one to graze the outside corner. Just chops right in there. Guthrie swings and misses and makes it 0-2. Fastball, curveball, and changeup are Lingos' pitches. His last appearance, he struggled in the first inning. And he left just after making only one out in the first. The RubberDucks went on to lose that game 7-6. Tatum on first. Here's the 0-2. It bounces in the dirt. Is he going to go for second? No, as Naylor did a good job of keeping it in front of him. Lingos was actually part of a combined no-hitter in Lake County where he, Luis Araujo, and Keller Knoll combined to pitch a no-hitter in Lake County back on June 21st, 2019. So we're coming up just a month out from that 2-year anniversary as Guthrie chops one up the middle. It's going to be fielded by Monasterio, and they're on to second, but the slide there by Tatum does not allow the RubberDucks to go to first. So once again, a fielder's choice as the runner on first. Guthrie is safe. This time they didn't even go for the throw. So now the turn is up to Luke Miller to get some offense going here as all three of the Fightin' Phils runners so far have reached. They're just unable to stay on base. 5-0 Akron leads the Fightin' Phils in the top of the second with 2 away. And the first baseman, Luke Miller, in the batter's box. Instead, Lingos going over to first, but Guthrie able to slide back safely. And a huge whiff there from Miller. He knows he shouldn't have swung at that one high in the zone. He's jumping up and down in frustration. And that pitch comes in low, just curves down just too much. And that combined no-hitter was actually Lingos' first career start. So pretty impressive in the professionals, I should say, as when he went to ASU, As a freshman, he came out of the pen, but for the next 3 years, he was a starter. Miller fouling one. Back making the count 1 and 2, so he's been a starter ever since his sophomore year of college. And he continues so with the Indians affiliates he's in. Here's the 1-2, it's low, 2 and 2, as Naylor gives Guthrie a look over at first. Here's the 2-2, a chopper off the bat of Miller. A diving Furman comes up with it, but then loses it. And I guess it was just too hard hit off the back of Miller. And Furman unable to get the job done over at third, just really sharply hit off the bat of Miller. And Guthrie able to slide to second safely. So now the Fightins trying to rally with 2 outs in the top of the second. They've got 2 runners on. And Colby Fitch up at the plate now. Swing on the first pitch, drilling it into center field. Coming over on the run is Palacios in right center, and he makes the grab. Fighting strand 2 on in the top of the second, but unable to get anyone across. We're going to take a short break before we head into the bottom half. Stick around.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app, where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phils players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
We'll have a pitching change here at Canal Park as Francisco Morales' day is done after 1 inning, and into the game is Brandon Zarbniski for the Reading Fightin' Phils on to face the top of the lineup for the RubberDucks, and it's going to be a quick out as Freeman swings on the first pitch, and it's got by the center fielder. He lifts it high into the sky. So one away quickly for Zarbnisky here in relief to the final line on Morales in just a minute. And first pitch coming in, that was Furman who flew out. So Freeman now up at the plate. They didn't bat around the lineup in the first, though they did score 5 runs, fighting still at 0 here as Freeman drives one into the outfield. But once again, it's going to be Madison Stokes there to make the catch in right field. So 2 outs quickly in relief for Zarbnisky, who came up just the other day to Reading. He came back on the 15th from Jersey Shore, and since then has been doing a fantastic job in relief for the Fightins. Young prospect out of Marietta, Georgia, and chopper foul from Palacios. Zarbnisky, the righty reliever. Palacios driving one into deep center field. Going back is Vierling. He's unable to make the catch on the run. It bounces off the wall. Coming into second, a stand-up double for Palacios. That was a hard hit ball into the outfield. Vierling chasing it back, but gets it on the bounce off the wall, which was probably the right play, or else it would have taken him longer to recover it. So a runner on second now for the RubberDucks, with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Alex Call stepping in to the batter's box. He reached on a fielder's choice in the first, ended up scoring after he stole both second and third. Separate times, though. He'll take a first pitch ball low from Zarbnisky. That final line on Morales. Coming at you in just a second. We'll wait for this pitch. But calling time now is Alex Call. And he will step out of the batter's box. And Palacios out on second, taking quite a big lead over there. But we've seen Fitch throw a couple of runners out at second. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to pick him off with the lead he's got going on out there. The field seems a little bit muddy from my end here. All of the players' pants are really dirtied up already, but not the kind of dry dirt that you sometimes see. It's a little bit wet now. 5 Akron, Reading 0 here in the bottom of the second with 2 outs. 1-1 the count now to Alex Call. Zarbnisky low. And Call's got one of those open stances. We've been seeing a couple players in the game now do it. They do it for the power. They hope when they kick up and they drive their legs forward and turn their hips that they'll get a little bit more power than the closed stance. Zarbnisky looks back at second. Instead, he'll go home. The 2-1 grazes the corner, gets a called strike from Krupa. And the count moves to 2-2. Zarbnisky looking for a clean outing of relief here. He's already allowed a double, but nothing across so far as the score remains 5-0. Now the 2-2 from the reliever as he looks back to second, checking on the runner. And instead he'll go home. He gets called to chop one up to first, but going to make the play unassisted is Luke Miller. And he'll step on the bag to record the third out. 1 hit, but nothing across for the RubberDucks as the score remains 5-0. We're going to take a short break and then some Fightins offense.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
A nice, quick, clean inning by the reliever, Zarbniski. And he only threw 12 pitches so far in that inning, so pretty good outing in the second. As we enter the top of the third, the Fightins looking for some offense here with the number 9 hitter, Hunter Hearn. He drives one foul, and the count moves 0-2. Lingo's back on the mound for the RubberDucks. The Fightins did get 2 runners on, but they stranded them in the top of the second, so they're looking for similar action now. They'll take a ball outside. Hunter Hearn out in left field today after Corbin Williams was sent back to extended spring training. And on the way today came Nick Lackney from Clearwater. He's a pitcher. And we'll take a ball strike at the hands by Luke. And he'll head down looking as we're back to the top of the Fightins order. Lingo steals, driving it is Daniel Brito into shallow right field. Is it going to drop? It is! It's going to roll into the glove of Palacios. And Brito safely on first with a single here. So that will bring up Madison Stokes now, who flew out to shallow left field his first time up. And a big swing and a miss as Lingo gets into chase one in the bottom part of the zone. Takes one way outside as Brito taking just a short lead off of first. We saw yesterday the Fightins were eager to get to second, a couple of stolen bases as they looked to get themselves in scoring position as quickly as possible, but we'll see what we see here today. Might not want to risk it being down early as he takes a called strike at the knees. The count now 1-2 to Madison Stokes. Lingos looking over at first. He deals a chopper off the bat into the glove of the shortstop on 2 and quickly everything is erased for the Fighting Phils. 3 outs and head to the bottom of the third on a double play by the RubberDucks to get both Reno and Stokes. We're going to take a short break as we head into the bottom of the third. Stick around for baseball.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Back in the bottom of the third inning, Braden Zarbisky comes out again in relief after getting an easy second. And Trenton Brooks leading it off here in the bottom of the third. He walked and stole a base back in the first and scored one of the 5 runs for Akron as they lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. The first pitch from Zarbnisky, it's low for a ball. Zarbnisky started the season in High A Jersey Shore, and the night that he was called up, he also pitched. And he pitched well. He had 3 appearances at Jersey Shore for a 1.69 ERA, and since he started at the Fightins, he's been pretty much an all-star reliever as the count moves to 2-0. His last appearance, he pitched 3 innings, 3 hits, just 1 run, but it wasn't earned after an error by the Fightins. He also played 4 years with the West Virginia Mountaineers. He's mainly out of the bullpen, and he will probably be so for the Fightin' Phils. He's seen a lot of success. And the pitch comes in low. Count moves to 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. Zarbnisky, a righty. He sets up all the way on the third base side of the rubber. He puts the ball behind his back as he adjusts his grip and leans just a bit to get the sign from Fitch. Now he sets up, he's got his glove at his face, kicks with the left, and it'll be a foul ball. So he moves the count to 4 now here as he's got control of Trent Brooks at the plate. Brooks just batting .195 this season under the Mendoza line. He spent a lot of time in Double-A back in 2019. Brooks, 25 years old, turning 26 this July. And he'll pop one foul once again. Zarbnisky, 24, signed with the Phillies as an undrafted free agent back in 2020 and has since waited to start pro ball this season. pretty successful for his first year in pro ball so far. And driving one, foul, but a heater up the right field line. Trenton Brooks sends one foul, and he's a little upset that that didn't stay fair. 81 degrees in Akron, Ohio, partly cloudy. Beautiful day here in Reading if you're listening from Reading. 90 degrees. It was sunny and partly clouded the whole day, but it was hot as up back in the middle where it came from. A diving burrito, unable to come up with it. He timed his jump just right, but it was over his head as he knocked off his glove and trickled into center field. So Brooks reaches first. Hit decision for Monasterio, who had a sacrifice fly to right in first. Akron 5, Reading 0 here in the bottom of the third inning. And swings at the first pitch, driving it into left field, but there to make the play is Hunter Hearn, and he does the job. Can of corn there in left field, and one away now for Zarbniski. Bo Naylor up at the plate now. We talked a little bit before about his brother Josh Naylor, who plays professionally. He actually is not in their farm system anymore. And in 2021, he's batting .264 with 37 hits, 9 doubles, and 4 home runs on the season. And now Bo Naylor drives one over to the second baseman, Brito. A liner, he grabs it and tosses it, and he'll nab Trenton Brooks off the base. A great double play for the Fightins to get out of the inning. And shaking his head is Bo Naylor, stunned with the way that turned out. A great heads-up baseball play by Brito to catch that liner, toss it over to first, and get Trenton Brooks. We're going to take a short break as we look forward to some Fightins offense. Stick around, the best is yet to come.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Here we go, top of the fourth. The Fightins look for some offense here. Great person to lead it off for that. Matt Vierling heads up to the plate, followed by Nick Matera and McCarthy Tatum. Hopefully we move further than that. Lingo's still on the mound. Look, goes for a bunt off the bat of Vierling. It's a high pop-up, and it's going to go outside of the field of play, so just too much sauce there on that bunt. So now he'll jog back to the batter's box. Nearly 4 home runs on the season. It'll come in on the inside part of the plate. Right at his waist for a called ball. I'm told that the theme night in Akron tonight is a Goonies night. And the bobblehead giveaway was Sloth, which is a character in the Goonies if you've ever seen it. I saw it. It was pretty accurate. So cool theme night. They've been playing a lot of Goonies clips I can see on my end. Seems like a fun night at the ballpark at Canal Park. A called strike of the knees for Matt Vierling makes the count 2-2. And makes me excited for the Fightins to come back to First Energy Stadium. We've got a lot of great promotions coming up. But I'm most excited to have all of the fans that want to come out and join us back at the ballpark with no limits. Coming up next series, we've got 2 bobblehead giveaway nights. It's a screwball snowman bobblehead, kind of metamorphosized from the Frozen character, Olaf, but it's real cool. It's legit looking. As the pitch comes inside, and Vierling will jog down to first as the Fightins will have a runner on in the 4th. Nobody out. Akron 5, Reading 3. Akron 5, Reading 0. I wish Reading 3. Hopefully we'll get to that. As Nick Matera now at the plate. Vierling on first after being walked. And he'll send one into the outfield. Coming over is Benson on the run, and he makes a basket grab in center field. A big play by the outfielder there to get Matera, and Vierling stays put on first. So now it's up to McCarthy Tatum. Get the job started here. We've got a runner on first in the top of the 4th. And the pitch is right down the middle for a strike. If you are checking out our game day stats, I am told that they're having some connectivity issues in Akron, and that's why you might not be able to follow along on the game day. It still says bottom of the 1st, but I can assure you we are in the top of the 4th as the pitch comes in inside, evening out the count. So top of the 4th now in Akron, Ohio, where the RubberDucks lead the Fightin' Phils 5-0. And it's catching up slowly but surely. So we'll update you guys when that is completely accurate. As a big cut and miss from Tatum. Falls behind 1-2 now. The wind out at Canal Park right now, 6 miles an hour and varying, so hard to say from my position where it's coming right now. As Tatum sends one into shallow center field, coming in as Vierling, but it is going to be the second baseman, Freeman, who makes the grab. Freeman switching out into a short, and now he's on second today. High pop-up that travels into the outfield, and the second baseman makes the play for the second out here in the top of the 4th. Fightins looking to chop into that 5-0 lead. just a little bit. They've got Matt Vierling out on first for Guthrie. Fouls one back on the first pitch. Guthrie, actually, fun fact, was both high school and college teammates with Mike Rivera, who's a catcher on the RubberDucks. We saw him earlier in the series, not playing tonight. They were teammates at University of Florida. And he fouls one. He's running all the way down to first, and they'll send him back to grab his bat. Matt Vierling standing out on first. And the first pitch, excuse me, the 0-2 pitch comes in low. So Guthrie trying to stay alive. Lingo's looking over at Vierling on first. Akron 5, Reading 0 here in the top of the first. Guthrie swings, but he chops it through the gap between second and third. And the Fightins trying to get a 2-out rally going here as Vierling moves to second and Guthrie safe on first after a single through the gap. And that will bring up Miller, who's 1 for 1 today. Get a single back in the second inning. Top of the fourth, 2 outs now for the Fightins. And he'll take a first pitch outside. And the pitch comes in outside. Vierling caught off the bag, able to get back in time. And so is Guthrie over on first, though. Good throw by Naylor behind the plate. He is the number 3 prospect in the organization for the Indians, a top catching prospect. And he showcased a lot of his skills behind the plate in this series. He doesn't do the one leg out that we've been seeing some catchers do, as Miller swings and misses with a cutter slipping through the zone. He still goes for the squat stance behind the plate. He's got his cleats almost completely together, and now he'll take a wider stance as the pitch comes in low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Fightins could load the bases here if Miller were to walk. Vierling on second, Guthrie on first. 2 outs now in the top of the fourth. They're trying to cut into their 5-run deficit. And popping it up is Miller. Coming in is Benson. He's calling off Freeman, and he's going to make the grab in center field. So after 1 hit and a walk, the Fightins strand 2. And the score is still 5-0 as we head into the bottom of the fourth. Stick around for some more baseball at Canal Park.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania, services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, two great hometown partners.
Bottom of the fourth inning we go now as the Fightin' still trail 5-0, and it does look like Zarbniski is back on the mound for the Fightin' Phils to face Oscar Gonzalez, who sends one into left field, but it's just foul. He got his 5th home run of the season last night, and that ended up being the tying and winning run since it was a 2-run shot. Zarbniski out in his 3rd inning of relief. He's only faced 7 batters so far, has been pretty efficient with his pitches. And now he'll go after Gonzalez. Again, the 0-1. Swinging a fastball up in the zone. It's a strike. So if you are watching and you do see that game day analysis at the bottom of our screen, that is not up to date. They're having some connectivity issues. And the 0-2, Gonzalez fouls it back. It is the bottom of the 4th. Akron does lead 5-0. And Braden Zarbniski facing Oscar Gonzalez right now. Gonzalez back in 2019 played for the Lynchburg Hillcats, which at that time was the High A affiliate. He'll drive one up into right field. It gets past a diving Daniel Brito, who's unable to come up with it, and trickles all the way to Madison Stokes out in right field. So Gonzalez on with his 2nd single of the night. And that will bring up Will Benson. Gonzalez was a midseason All-Star for the Hillcats back in 2019. And now he's up at Double-A along with Will Benson, who did spend some time at the High A affiliate in 2019 as well. The pitch comes in, gets away from Fitch, and going to second is Gonzalez. It was way in. And I imagine that will be a wild pitch to Zarbniski. Want to know the count now to Benson. Gonzalez taking quite a lead off of second. We did see him make his way from first to third back in the first off a throwing error from Morales, and then he made it home on a wild pitch to score. Zarbniski looking back. Instead, he'll go home as Benson drills it deep to right field. Going back is Stokes, and it's gone into the seats in the right field section as another 2-run shot from the RubberDucks puts them ahead 7-0 as Will Benson rounding third and coming home to high 5 Oscar Gonzalez. And the score 7-0 here with no one out in the top of the 4th. And those are the first earned runs for Zarbniski in the Reading Fightin' Phil's uniform. So So now Jose Fermin's up at the plate. He flew out in his first at bat, but batting .293 on the season, impressive for the number 9 hitter. Take a first pitch strike. He focuses on, I was talking earlier about his relationship with Tyler Freeman. He focuses a lot on his contact ability and how he imagines controlling the zone when he's up at the plate. And a good frame there by Fitch, but doesn't get the strike call by Krupa behind the plate. Furman has mainly played third, but in the past few seasons, you've seen him mainly at second and short, which is interesting. Usually players don't transition between corner infield and middle infield positions. Usually you'll see second and short and then first and third. So it's interesting to see a player that kind of goes all around the infield. Here's the 2-1, it's high, great pop and grab by Fitz. And he'll get the strike 2 call. Fastball on the outside part of the plate, and now the count is full to Jose Fermin. Runners are all gone after Will Benson's home run brought in Oscar Gonzalez. He'll send one deep to center field. At the warning track is Matt Vierling making the grab over the shoulder, and that will be the first out in the bottom of the 4th. And we're back to the top of the RubberDucks order. Tyler Freeman, his 3rd at-bat of the game in the 4th inning. Doubled to start things off for the RubberDucks in the 1st. Take a ball low and then flew out in the 2nd. Bottom of the 4th now, Akron 7, Reading 0 with 1 out. And he'll take a called strike. And he'll drive one up the third base line, but it is foul. And it'll be fielded by manager Ruglos Otor over there in the third base coach's box. Nice play by the manager. And he'll throw it into the stands. The Blue Claws played earlier today. They walked it off in the 10th. And Freeman fouling that one back. Is he going to run out of room? Yes, it is out of the field of play. The Blue Claws, they did win it on a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th. So pretty impressive for our High A affiliate. And I will tell you who walked it off. It was Jonathan Guzman to score Bryson Stott. And if you're a Phillies fan, I'm sure you know who Bryson Stott is. He's one of the top prospects, friends with Bryce Harper, as once again, Freeman fouling it back. Quite possible we'll see him here in Double-A this season as he's 23. A little bit older to be in High A, but we'll see how the Phillies go for that. They might want to keep him down just to allow him to develop with the year off. Things are a little bit different than they normally would be. Don't want to rush him, guys, as Freeman sends the 1-2 into left field. Going back at the wall is Hearn, and it's over his head as Freeman, a solo shot as he rounds second, third, and comes home, puts up the RubberDucks 8-0 now. And that was just a bomb out to left field, and nothing Hunter Hearn could do about it but watch it sail over his head. and we'll see a pitching change here as Sean Williams comes out and takes the ball away from Zarbniski after he gives up 2 home runs in the 4th. And there's only one away. We're going to take a short break as we see who comes in to take the place of Zarbniski.
The Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with a bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ballgame away from other fans. Auto Ride of Reading Power Alley Pub may accommodate up to 30 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game from a unique vantage point. Visit rphils.com for more information.
When the Red and Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wyomissing's Family Restaurant Bakery, PJ Willahan's Pub and Restaurant, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria Napolitana, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, and Klingers on Carsonia for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today. Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
So we're back with a pitching change here at Canal Park. And out of the game is Zarbniski after he struggled to get out of the top of the 4th. He did provide 2 really solid innings of relief for the Fightins. And in is Tyler Carr as quickly Palacios drives one into right field, rounding first and stopping at second is the right fielder. So he'll start things off with a double off of Tyler Carr. And now Alex Call heads up to the batter's box, reached on a fielder's choice, stole second and third, and made his way home. And now he doubled in the second, he grounded out in the second. So we'll see what he's got here with a runner on and 1 out in the top of the 4th, where the RubberDucks lead 8-0. Looking back is Carr. Instead, he'll come home and he'll hit Call in the left arm. And Call will make his way down to first on a hit by pitch. And Palacios remains on second. Looks like he's okay, just jogging it off. And he'll make his way down to first, so it seems like he's okay as he chats with Mike Mergenthaler, the RubberDucks bench coach, who is the first base coach right now. No trainer coming out. That's Jacob Legan, though, if we did see him. Worked with both of those guys in the past. Great guys. The Fightins are lucky to have an amazing coaching staff as well, with Sean Williams at the helm as Carr sends one low in the dirt to Trenton Brooks. And with Henson and Brad Bergeson, Kenny Montanane, and Chris Terrian rounding out the coaching staff is now Luis Martinez, who's an assistant. They've got a pretty solid staff in Reading, and they're all very, very knowledgeable and friendly, easy to work with. Can't say enough great things about our staff here at Baseball Town. So Trenton Brooks up at the plate, 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the count is now 3-0 to Brooks. There is an empty base. So not the worst thing in the world to walk someone. But a double play would be ideal for the Fightins here as they are trailing 8-0, but still early on, only in the 4th, as Carr sends a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Carr kicks, fires, Brooks fouls one back, and he works his way back into the at-bat after being down 3-0. The count is now full to Trenton Brooks. Here's the full count pitch. Brooks lines one and lofts it into center field. Going back at the wall is Vierling. It bounces off the wall at the 400 mark. He's chasing it down, coming home. Palacios, Cole rounding third. There's not going to be a throw as it's a triple from Trenton Brooks. And Cole able to score. So Trenton Brooks, an RBI triple to center field. Just took some bad bounce off the wall, and Vierling struggling to grab it. So a 2-hit day so far for Trenton Brooks. And the score will now be 10-0 Akron. Pitch is in the dirt. Good block there by Fitch behind the plate. Carr deals a tie, and the count moves to 2-0. Monasterio drives one, a liner that drops in front of Hearn and scores Trenton Brooks as another Rubber Duck reaches with only 1 out still in the 4th. So an RBI single to Monasterio plates Brooks, and it's 11-0 Akron. And they're up to Bo Naylor, who's the only one so far who hasn't batted in this inning. And we'll see a mound visit from Brad Bergeson now as he, Fitch, and Tyler Carr try to get on the same page here and get the Fightins out of this half inning. So Carr rubbing some dirt on his hand and grabs the bag of rosin. And it's up to Bo Naylor, who had a 2-run home run in the 1st, but lined out in the 2nd. And with a runner on 1st, a double play would be ideal for Tyler Carr and the Fightin' Phils. Pitch comes in just outside for a ball. Rubber Ducks, 11 runs on 11 hits. Fightin' 0 runs on 3 hits with 2 errors. And once again, the pitch coming in outside. But it's a called strike by Krupa behind the plate. And a foul tip there from Naylor makes the count 1-2 as Tyler Carr gets ahead quickly. Carr, ball behind him. Now he'll put it in his glove. At the chest, now he kicks, fires, and sends one inside. Big Akron crowd at Canal Park today. The Fightins return home next week from the 25th to the 30th. They are home against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Lots of tickets available if you still want to come out. And lofted by Naylor there in foul territory. Coming over is Tatum, but he runs out of room at the tarp there in Akron. So count still 2-2 to Naylor. Runner on for the RubberDucks, one away here in the bottom of the 5th, and Bo Naylor is down swinging. So first strikeout for Tyler Carr, and second out as the RubberDucks are leading 11-0 and batted through the order here in the 4th. So Oscar Gonzalez up for the second time this inning. He singled, 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Let's see what he does here for the RubberDucks now that there's 2 away. He'll chop one foul on his first swing. Take a walk there, just try to shake it off. Walked all the way from the righty batter's box through the lefty box, around the umpire, and back into the box. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on him as he chops one up the middle. Fielding it is Guthrie, and they'll go to second for the force out to get Monasterio, but not before they add another 6 runs to make it 11-0 Fightin'. As we head into the top of the 5th, we'll look forward to some Fightin' Phil's offense.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Top of the 5th we go, hoping for some Fightin's offense here as they trail by 11 runs. Lots of scoring for the RubberDucks in the bottom half of the fourth. They added 6 on with 6 more hits after scoring 5 in the first. The Fightins have recorded 3 hits, but yet to record a run as Colby Fitch is facing off against Eli Lingos, who comes back out for his 5th inning, I should say now. Fitch 0-1 on the day. And Lingos setting up, deals. Here's the 2-1. Big swing and a miss there from Fitch as he just swings ahead of one right in the zone. That was a good pitch there by Fitch, for Fitch to swing on. So top of the 5th now, hoping for some runs as the Fightins need to start chipping away at this RubberDucks lead. Fitch fouling one into the stands. I don't know if any of you guys have been to Canal Park. But they have very large dugouts there, so the players can space out real well there. And as I said before, they have the clubbies doing the bat boy duties. Fitch lofts one into left field, coming over is Gonzalez, but he's going to run out of room as the ball falls in foul territory in the picnic area at Canal Park. So Fitch staying alive, and the count will stay at 2-2. Fitch behind the plate tonight. He came into the game batting .200, now .192 as he falls under the Mendoza line. He is the only Fightin' Phil to record a number in all of the hit categories. 5 hits, 2 of them doubles, 1 a triple, 1 a home run. Daniel Brito close. He's the only other one with a triple, but he doesn't have a homer as Fitch swings and comes up with nothing, a ball in the dirt, and that's the first out in the top of the 5th. Hunter Hearn up. He struck out looking in the 3rd. Out in left field today. And he'll set up in that righty batter's box. Lingos delivers and cuts on and misses. Hunter Hearn moves to 0-1. Big crowd in Canal Park. Lifting one into the air, it goes into foul territory is Hearn, and quickly he falls behind 0-2. Lots of roster moves we've seen so far for the Fightin' Phils. 13 out of 17 games the team has had a change in the roster. And Hearn goes fishing and comes up with nothing, a 1-2-3 strikeout for Lingos, his 3rd of the game today, and that brings us back to the top of the Fightins' order with Daniel Brito. Brito 1 for 2 today. We did see a move today as well with Corbin Williams heading back to extended spring training, and the transition coming yesterday from Julian Garcia's move. He went up to Lehigh Valley. He got the start there today as Spencer Howard was moved up for the start in Philadelphia. So we can check in on those scores for you in just a minute. And Lingos deals a chopper off the bat of Brito, but it goes foul. The Red Sox are up on the Phillies 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. And the 2-1 now from Lingos to Brito. Instead, Brito will call time. Two outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Here's the 2-1. Brito drives one up, and it is into the glove of the second baseman, Freeman. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Lingos, and the Fightin' Phils go down in order. We're going to take a short break as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Sports Colleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Back for more baseball here in the bottom of the fifth inning, where the Fightins still trail the RubberDucks 11-0. Fightins went down in order in the top of the fifth, and Tyler Carr still back on the mound for the Fightin' Phils out here in relief. Up at the plate now, Will Benson, who had a 2-run home run back in the fourth. And he sends one into deep left field, going over. Hearn on the run at the warning track, and he makes the grab. Big first out there for the Fightin' Phils as they're looking to get back to bat and start chipping away at some of these Akron runs. Carr now with 21 pitches. And that will bring up Jose Fermin. First pitch from Carr is a ball. It's outside, gets away from Fitch, and he falls over there a little bit trying to get the ball. Carr now kicks and fires on the 2-0 as Fermin sends it high in the sky. Calling everybody off is Carr, but he was overruled by Luke Miller. Usually when a play is in the infield, it's the infielders' ball. Usually they try to avoid the pitcher playing anything defensively if they can help it, and he waved everyone off, and then Luke Miller said no and made the grab in the infield. And that will be 2 away quickly now for the Fightin' Phils as Tyler Freeman stepping into the batter's box. Freeman also had a solo shot. He drives one up the left field line. A great play by Tatum at third, but it's going to be called foul by Phillips over there. So here's the 0-2 now to Freeman. He drives it again, foul. Staying alive, getting some pitches out of Tyler Freeman. Lingos at 74 pitches. We'll probably see him coming back out for one more, as most of the starters for the RubberDucks have gone a full 6. Bottom of the fifth inning, Akron up 11-0 over the Fightin' Phils. And Freeman again fouls one off. 2 away though, as Tyler Carr looks to get out of the inning quickly. And the Phillies tacked one on in their game, making it 2-1 after a full 4. Odubel Herrera sacrifice fly to score Brad Miller, and Freeman lofts one into left field. It's going to drop in front of Hearn, and he's on for the 3rd time today. He's a triple shy of the cycle now, as he doubled in the 1st, homered in the 4th, and now singling in the 6th. He'll get at least one, probably one more at bat. I don't want to speak too soon, but if they don't play the bottom of the 9th, obviously it's not over till it's over, and it could be very likely that we see some Fightin's offense. They've been known for the long ball as well, so always a chance. It's not over until it's over, but we'll probably at least get another bat out of Freeman. And now it is Palacios' turn. Big swing and a miss there, a high heater from Carr. Palacios batting .265. And he lofts one high in the sky, but it's not going to have enough on it, as Vierling makes a can of corn in center field. And the inning is over for the RubberDucks. A short inning, they only get one hit and leave him on base as we head into the top of the 6th inning. Stick around for some Fightin's offense.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
And it is going to be a pitching change for the RubberDucks. Eli Lingos' day is done. He went a full 5, just 3 hits, no runs, walked 2 and struck out 3. And he had a total of 74 pitches. In comes Dakota Clemmer. Clemmer pitched 1 game so far in the series out of relief. 25 years old, but out of Washington. He was drafted in the 19th round back in 2016. And he did spend time in Lynchburg as well as Lake County back then. And he will face Madison Stokes for the first bat of the 6th inning. And a big swing and a miss there from Stokes. It cut in on his shoulder, and I think he was trying to get out of the way, but just kind of swung into it as well. And now here is the pitch. Comes in, grazes the corner of the strike zone, and Stokes knew it before it was called that it was a pitch he should have swung on. So one away now for Clemmer in relief. As Matt Vierling heads to the plate. Walked in his last at bat. And he'll get a called strike at the knees from Krupa behind the plate. Vierling swings one, drives it back where it came from, but Freeman over at second, able to make the grab easily and throw it over to Trenton Brooks for the out. 2 in the top of the 6th. Fightins trail 11-0 at Canal Park here in Game 5 of 6. Tomorrow, the last game of the series. It's a 2:05 Sunday matinee game. I'll be on the air, so please join me once again, and we'll see what happens. Then the Fightins return home for a 6-game set here at First Energy Stadium. Can't wait for them to be back at the ballpark and for all our fans to come out. We do have 2 bobblehead giveaway nights and 4 firework nights. So be sure to join us for the ones Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And what's special about Sunday is that Monday is Memorial Day Monday, so most of you probably do have off and are able to stay out a little bit later and enjoy the fireworks shows. And I am told that on Thursday, the fireworks will be the first shot off since everything was canceled with COVID and there were, gathering things and we weren't really allowed to shoot off fireworks, as Matera drives one up the first baseline, but it's going to be an unassisted play by Brooks as he fields it and steps on the bag. Another 1-2-3 inning. Down goes the Fightins as they head into the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll see if Carr comes back out. We'll take a short break and then I'll chat about the fireworks.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Top of the 7th inning. And the Fightin' Phils will be sending up Tatum, Guthrie, and Miller to the plate. Oh, excuse me. We have a pitching change. It's not our turn to bat, though I wish it was. Nick Lackney coming into the game. And I have an interesting story for you guys about Nick Lackney. I'm very intrigued to see how this goes. I cannot believe he's out on the mound right now. He was transferred here from Clearwater. This morning he got the call. We're in the bottom of the 6th. And the Fightins trail 11-0. So Lackney was transferred from Clearwater this morning, and he was not told that he was being transferred, so he did not get on the 7 a.m. flight because he didn't know it was happening. As Alex Call sends one into center field, under it, Vierling at center, and a quick and easy out for Lackney. So he didn't get on the plane, obviously, because he didn't know he was supposed to get on the plane. So the Phillies got him another flight in the afternoon, and I was told that flight landed at 6 o'clock in Akron. So he probably just got to the ballpark, just suited up, and had time to warm up here. And now he's making his Double-A debut. So big day for Nick Lackney, who's coming in out of the bullpen to replace Tyler Carr. Lackney from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's an 18th round draft pick back in 2019, the lefty reliever, just 23 years old, but he'll turn 24 this season. And he pitches outside. The count moves to 2-0. So this is a big day. This is a busy day for the young prospect. And I'm interested to see how this goes. I can't even imagine the mental strength that you have to get up and focus for this, as he gets a called strike. Or maybe it's less stressful to make your Double-A debut this way. If you're spending the whole day traveling, maybe you're more stressed about that than you are about the actual start. So you can kind of go into it less thinking about it than you might usually be. The momentous transition from low A to Double-A, it's a pretty big deal. Fouls one back, and now it's 2-2 to Trenton Brooks. You see Brooks and Fitch exchanging some friendly words at the plate. A lot of these guys know each other from playing around in the same leagues and having some minor league experience. And Lackney gets a chopper off the bat of Brooks, but it just rolls foul. One away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The RubberDucks lead the Fightin' Phils 11-0. And Nick Lackney on the mound after coming in for relief of Tyler Carr. Carr went 1 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, both earned, and 1 strikeout for a total of 33 pitches. And another chopper off the bat, foul. And it looks like maybe he didn't get a piece of it, a drop third strike. I can't see anything that's going on. But it does look like he was retired. So we'll call that a drop third strike from my angle. Fitch tosses it down to Miller, and quickly there's 2 away for Lackney here in relief. We have heard all of those stories about, major league pitchers who take public transportation and they're delayed and they don't get to the ballpark in time. I believe there's a good story out there about Roy Halladay, who was running late for a playoff start, and he got there, or maybe it was one of his no-nos, I think, where he was running late. I'll have to look that up for you guys because it's a really great story, and he had the best game of his career, and he showed up at the ballpark late, and his routine was thrown off, and I guess that's kind of dependent on the type of the pitcher you are, as the count evens 1-1 to Monasterio. If you're someone who has a lot of rituals, if you're someone who has to have the same setup every time you pitch, that disturbance could be a big factor in your appearance on the mound. As the pitch comes in at the dirt, count now 2-1. But if you're a guy that's a little bit more chill about it, you're easier to adapt. Maybe it's not a big deal for you as much. we'll see how that affects Nick Lackney here, as he's already got 2 away. Great framing behind the plate by Colby Fitch, but does not get the called strike from Krupa. So the count now 3-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll definitely get you that story for tomorrow's broadcast, though. And he'll get a called strike at the knees on the outside corner. The count is now full to Monasterio, and we'll see if Nick Lackney can get them to go down 1-2-3 in his Double-A debut. Coming down from Clearwater just a few hours ago, and he suited up in a Fightins uniform after Monasterio calls time. Finally, Lackney steps off the plate, tries to gain control of this at-bat. Now set up on the first base side of the rubber. The lefty deals. It's in the dirt, and he will walk Monasterio. And with 2 outs, the RubberDucks have a runner on. For Bo Naylor. Naylor 1 for 3 today with a 2-run home run in the first. And the first pitch is a called strike at the knees. A beautiful slider that just grazes the outside part of the strike zone. And the pitch comes in the dirt, evening the count 1-1. The movie night just ended at the ballpark. Lots of foster care families out here to enjoy a outdoor movie night at the park, and it just wrapped up, so they're all heading home. Might be a little bit quieter on my end now. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th, here's the 1-1. It's right down the middle, a fastball that Naylor regrets not swinging on, and getting ahead in the count is Lackney. 1-2. He's trying to really pick up his pace, but they're dependent on the RubberDucks, and we've seen that quite a bit this series. I would say it's mainly from the guys that are coming from low and high A that want to work a little bit quicker. The pitch bounces in the dirt. Fitch able to keep it in front of him, as the RubberDucks do have a runner on. But he's really dependent on the batter stepping into the batter's box. So he's waiting on Naylor. 1 on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Akron leads 11-0. And here is the 2-2 pitch from rookie Nick Lackney. And looks like it'll be sent foul off the bat of Naylor, so he'll stay alive. Count remains 2-2. Lackney getting the sign from Fitch behind the plate. Glove at the waist. Now he kicks, fires, and does not get the call. Just outside. Three more opportunities for the Fightins to bat. 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. So they'll have some more opportunities to cut into the Akron's 11-0 lead. Here's the 2-2. It's outside, and Lackney issues another walk. Bo Naylor reaching, and Monasterio sliding over to second. So with 2 outs, there's 2 on for the RubberDucks. And that is time for Oscar Gonzalez, who is probably one of the RubberDucks' best hitters, and someone they are happy to have at the plate right now. Not so much for the Fightins, as we're going to see a visit from Brad Bergeson. It's probably Lackney's first time meeting him and talking to him, though the Fightins pitching staff and all of the farm system pitching staff actually are kind of doing a similar approach so far this season, because the Phillies got a new pitching coordinator back in March, so everyone is adapting now, and it's kind of in swing here. So Lackney meeting Bergeson for the first maybe second time. We'll say he met him before he got onto the mound, but mound visit complete here, and Lackney setting up to face Oscar Gonzalez. 2 on, 2 out, bottom 6, 11-0 Akron. And looking back is Lackney. Now he'll go home. It's in the dirt for a ball. Did not get Gonzalez to chase. Now that would be a favorite approach, I think. Getting Gonzalez to try to chase one out of the zone. Anything you leave in the strike zone, it's going to be sent over the fence. He's got a lot of power. He's got a lot of, speed in his swing, and he's able to send it over. We've seen. And that pitch is high. The count moves 2-2. Now there is an open base here, but following Gonzalez is Benson, who also hit a home run in today's game and also has a lot of power. So tough to find a break in this RubberDucks lineup. And now the 2-0 from Lackney. It's in the dirt, and Gonzalez able to hold off with his swing. The count moves to 3-0. They're not getting him to chase anything here. I do think that is a solid approach to Gonzalez because typically not issue many walks. And it's low, 4-pitch walk. As I say that, he takes first, so 3 walks now as they load the bases here for Will Benson. But 2 outs for the Lightning, so anything, runners going on anything, but it also could be depending on one pitch. If Lackney's able to get them on anything, or the same approach to Will Benson, make him try to chase something outside of the zone. Strikeouts then walks to his name. So with 2 outs, the bases are loaded. The pitch is way outside, and a fantastic slide over. I told him when back to the one leg out, really push off of that, and save the ball from getting by him, which would have scored more runs from the RubberDucks, which is exactly what Lackney's trying to avoid. So the veteran catcher able to save some runs. And the 1-0 now to Benson, who gets a called strike on the corner. Perfect pitch there, well placed, just inside enough to get the strike call, but outside enough that Benson laid off, or probably would have only gotten a piece of it had he swung. So now the 1-1, and there he gets a piece of it. It goes into left field, and it's going to be caught by who? I don't know, because I didn't get the camera angle. Someone on the left field side, so I'd have to say Tatum, because it didn't look like it made it into the outfield. And so while Lackney loads the bases, he gets the job done without allowing any to cross the plate in his Double-A debut. A scoreless, and I guess you could say hitless, first inning. We're going to take a short break as we head into the 7th. Stick around with us. It's the Fightin's turn to bat.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Declody Clemmer retakes the mound for the RubberDucks here in the top of the 7th inning. Fightins are trailing by 11. They look to start chipping away at the RubberDucks lead. Now is the time to score some runs. McCarthy Tatum starting it off, then Guthrie and Miller. Hopefully they make it all the way down to Fitch. So McCarthy Tatum now stepping in the righty batter's box to face Declody Clemmer. Clemmer coming in the top of the 6th in relief for the starter Lingos, and got the Fightins down on a 1-2-3 inning as Tatum fouls off the first pitch. Second pitch comes in well inside, and Tatum having to get out of the box to avoid being hit. Clemmer finding his grip. Kicks, fires, cut on by Tatum out in right field. He sends the ball, but there to make the catch is Palacios. And 1 out now in the top of the 7th. Clemmer, interestingly, when he sets up, he's got his glove at his chest, but there's about arguably 6 inches to a foot, hard to tell on the camera, away from him. He holds it, and then when he's gripping the ball, he takes it out of his glove, puts it back in his glove, and then throws. So interesting ritual. We were talking earlier about rituals that guys do. A first pitch strike to Guthrie comes in. Yes, there are pregame routines that they go through, but a lot of the guys also have in-game routines that they follow before each pitch to keep consistent. Guthrie chopping one up the middle. There is Freeman on to first to Brooks, and he makes the clean throw for out number 2 in the top of the 7th. Fightins looking to add some runs here as they trail by 11 in the top of the 7th. And now it's time for Luke Miller. 1 for 2 today, reaching on a single. I've seen some guys turn completely around and face the batter's eye. I've seen some guys who grab the rosin bag every single time, as that is chopped. And it's not going to roll foul. It's going to stay in fair territory. Clemmer picks it up, and he tosses it over to Brooks for out number 3. So that's 2 1-2-3 innings now for Clemmer in relief to retire the Fightins. And as we head into the bottom of the 7th, everybody, it's stretch time.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightins mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Heading into the bottom of the 7th inning, it looks like Nick Lackney will return to the mound. He pitched 27 and walked the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th, but was able to get it out cleanly with a line error to the third baseman Tatum. And now he'll face the bottom of the order, number 9, in Jose Fermin, and then back to Tyler Freeman and Richard Palacios. Fightins trail 11-0 in the bottom of the 7th. And here comes the 2-0 from Lackney to Fermin. Chopper up the middle. It's going to be fielded by the first baseman Miller, who's going to toss it over to Lackney, who's able to get there in time, and a quick first out for the lefty reliever. Put that 3-1 in your scorebooks. And now it's Tyler Freeman's turn, who's a triple away from the cycle. Definitely got the speed to do it, but don't see many triples in the RubberDucks line. Trenton Brooks had one today. Will Benson has one to his name, and Alex Call, the only other one that the RubberDucks have secured so far. He'll take a first pitch ball. Out in Philadelphia, they're trailing the Red Sox 4-1, but it's only the bottom of the 6th. They got a lot of time left, and another exciting game for the Iron Pigs. They are at the Syracuse Mets right now. It's 7-all in the bottom of the 8th. So after yesterday's almost perfect game, it's a tied game in the bottom of the 8th. We saw home runs from Derek Hall and Cornelius Randolph in the top of the 8th. And Randolph really finding his stride here early on at Lehigh Valley. He's been playing really great offense these last few days. And Roman Quinn is rehabbing for the Iron Pigs as well. But Randolph pinch hit for Quinn and sent one over the fence in the 8th. So they're all tied up as 7. And now here's the 2-1 to Freeman. It's in the dirt for a ball. A big breath there by Tyler Freeman before stepping into the back part of the righty batter's box. Lackney setting up, kicks, fires, and it's a foul ball from Freeman. So the count is now full as Lackney and Freeman battle it out. One away in the bottom of the 7th. The Fightins looking to get through this one clean so they can get back to hitting in the 8th. And now Lackney will call time and step off to try to regroup. Pitch is in the dirt, and he will walk Freeman. So that is his 4th walk so far in relief. We'll see if he can get out of it like he did in the bottom of the 6th. As Richard Palacios heading into the batter's box. And he's kicking up some dirt in that lefty box, trying to smooth it out. On this day in baseball town history, at Reading, there was a freak hailstorm, which I saw pictures on the internet today as Palacios takes a ball. I don't know if any of our listeners remember that, if you're from Reading, if you remember that big hailstorm. And it hit the ballpark while Jesse Biddle was pitching, and it hit him in the head. And he had a hard time recovering in that game, and he actually missed his next start because he had such persistent headaches from the hailstorm. And I saw pictures of it. Like I said, it looked pretty intense. So on this day in history, May 22nd, 2014, game was interrupted by hail. And a called strike to Palacios makes the count 1-2 now with only one out in the bottom of the 7th. There's a runner on first. And Lackney setting up, looking over at Freeman. Now go home, and it's fouled off again. Here's the 1-2, and it's inside, and it just misses, grazing the back of Palacios. So the count moves to 2-2. He's able to get out of the way. And Akron's crowd getting very into it now. Pitch is a called strike at the knees, a huge punch out for Lackney, and Palacios having some words with home plate umpire Krupa, and finally he's sent back to the dugout. A big second out for Lackney to get Palacios looking, and now there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th for Alex Call. Call chops one foul. 0-1. Alex Call, a product of Ball State University. And he'll chop one foul for strike 2. In 2019, he was traded from the White Sox for Yonder Alonso, and that's when he started playing for the Indians organization. He was originally drafted by the White Sox in the 3rd round, so a high prospect now. And here's the 0-2. Lofts one foul, and it bounces off the net and back into the field of play as they hand it to the clubby. And the count remains 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Akron 11, Reading 0. And that one's chopped up to Guthrie at short. He'll go on to second for the force out to Brito, and the side is retired now for the RubberDucks. Another scoreless inning pitched by Lackney. We're going to take a short break as we head into the 8th. Stick around for some Fightin's offense.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
And it looks like there is going to be a pitching change for the RubberDucks now in the top of the 8th. Dakota Clemmer's day is done, and he is replaced by Juan Mota. Now, we did see Mota earlier in this series. He struggled to get the outs he needed and was eventually replaced. He didn't pitch an entire inning, but Clemmer with 2 shutout innings blanking the Fightin' Phils, and notching 1 strikeout on 15 pitches in 2 innings. Pretty impressive for the reliever. So now we will see Juan Mota on to face the bottom part of the Fightin' Phils lineup as they try to get some runs, trailing 11-0 in the top of the 8th. Fitch, Hearn, and then Brito. 2019, Mota was splitting time between Lake County and Lynchburg. He signed as a free agent in 2015. And as Colby Fitch steps into the batter box, we're ready to get things underway here in the top of the 8th. First pitch comes in high. It's a ball. And another ball comes in from Mota, and the count is 3-0 now. The Fightins could start things off by getting the first batter on base. Mota 6'4", 265, 25 years old, out of the Dominican Republic. Instead, he'll get a called strike at the knees. Here's the 3-1, chopper off the bat into the glove of Monasterio at short, and on to Brooks for out number 1. Eleven Fightins batters have been retired in a row. The last hit came off the bat of Guthrie in the 4th. And he, Miller, and Brito are the only Fightins to record hits today as the first pitch strike comes into Hearn. Fightins no runs off 3 hits with 2 errors. RubberDucks 11 runs off of 12 hits, no errors. In the top of the 8th with 1 out. The count now 1-1 to Hunter Hearn. Here's the pitch from Mota. It's inside for a ball. Now he sets up, glove at his face. He'll deal. Up the middle it goes. Mota unable to get it. It's a slow roller to Freeman, who can't pick it up. And Hearn has himself a hit here. An infield single that just chopped in all the right ways and then rolled slowly away from the second baseman. So runner on here with 1 out in the top of the 8th for Daniel Brito. Back to the top of the Fightins order. Wide stance here. High fastball, some heat from Mota, and a big swing and a miss from Brito. Righty-lefty matchup here as Brito in the lefty batter's box. And that will be sent into the outfield, and it's going to bounce in front of Gonzalez as a base hit from Daniel Brito moves over Hunter Hearn into scoring position, and the Fightins might have some action going here. In the top of the 8th with only 1 away, they've got 2 runners on for Madison Stokes. And Rhys Hoskins has just sent a home run into left field, his 100th career home runs in the pros. And a huge congratulations to former Reading Fightin' Phil, Rhys Hoskins. That'll make the score 4-2 at Citizens Bank Park on the top of the 7th. A first pitch strike coming in. to Madison Stokes. He'll take one low. Hunter Hearn on second. Daniel Brito on first after 2 singles. And Sean Williams in that position outside of the third base coach's box, ready to wave the runners home if need be. And just high is the pitch. Two and one now with 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Fighton's looking to chip away at the 11-0 lead that the RubberDucks have. Stokes waiting on Moda. Now he'll set up, bat on his shoulder. Here's the 2-1. It's inside. Stokes have to bouncing out of the box there to avoid being hit in the chest. And there is an open base here for Moda, but only 1 out now. And the 3-1 coming in, a foul ball. We'll see a meeting at the mound as Naylor comes out to talk to Moda. Doesn't look like Owen Dew, the pitching coach, is going to come out there. Nope, as Naylor now goes back behind the plate. And now Stokes setting back up in the righty batter's box. Here's the full count pitch from Juan Moda. Big swing and a miss there as Stokes goes down swinging. And that'll be 2 away now for the Fightin' Phils as Matt Vierling's turn to bat. 2 runners on here in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. And Vierling's the guy you want at the plate. Doesn't have a hit today, but was on base after being walked. Take a first pitch inside. Vierling batting .306 so far this season. 4 home runs. And 10 RBIs, leading the Fightins in that category as well. Here's the 1-0 as Vierling comes up with nothing, and the count moves to 1-1. Hearn on second, Brito on first, with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. The Fightins are looking to score some runs here, trailing by 11th as we get into the back end of the game. And a tie. Lots of fans in the RubberDucks seating bowl. I can see right now they have post-game fireworks, so I'm sure all the fans are looking forward to that. Fightins will have 4 post-game fireworks show next week. We invite everyone to come out to the games and stick around. Chopper off the bat right into the glove of Monasterio, and he will transfer that to Freeman for the force out at second. And Juan Moda gets out of the inning scoreless. We're going to take a short break as we come back for the bottom of the 8th.
Schatz Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Viz Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Bottom of the 8th. Here we go at Canal Park. Pitching change. Out goes Nick Lackney. In comes Austin Ross to face Trenton Brooks, Monasterio, and Naylor. Big double-A start for Lackney. He went 2 innings strong. No hits, no runs. Walked 4, but struck out 2 in 46 pitches in his debut in a baseball town uniform. So congratulations to Nick Lackney for a successful outing of relief. And Austin Ross now gets the ball for the Fightins, and he throws 2 balls to Trenton Brooks. Brooks a single and a triple and a walk today. And he'll take a ball up in the air. Count moves to 3-2. Score is tied once again at Lehigh Valley as Brooks takes first on a 4-pitch walk. Syracuse Mets did take the lead 8-7 in the bottom of the 8th, but in the top of the 9th, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs tacked another one on to make it 8-all. That was a Ryan Cordell home run. And so it is 8-all in the bottom of the 9th as Neftali Feliz is on the mound. And now in our game, Monasterio at the plate takes a ball, so 5 straight balls now from Austin Ross. And he sends one down the middle for a strike. Bottom of the 8th, the RubberDucks lead 11-0. And they've got a runner on as Monasterio pops it up. Coming in, calling everyone off is Stokes, and he'll make the grab in shallow right field, and usually that is the ball of the person coming in. So while it was closer to the infield and Miller and Brito could have easily made the grab, that ball usually is played by the person running towards it instead of the guy backtracking. So right for Stokes to call everyone off and make the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now it will be the turn of Bo Naylor. Ross sends one in high. Count 1-0. Brooks on first, one away here, bottom of the 8th inning. And a big swing and a miss there from Naylor. Gets him on a second strike that drops right down into the zone. And the count now 1-2. This would be a big out for Austin Ross here. And instead, he'll pitch one inside, pushing out Naylor out of the box, but doesn't hit him. And the count moves to 2-2. Pitch setting up on the outside part of the plate, and the ball goes way outside. Not where Ross intended it to, so it's a full count now. Austin Ross looking to make the second out here in the bottom of the 8th. And he'll get it as it drops in the zone. A beautiful slider. Well done there by Austin Ross, and he just absolutely stuns Naylor, who walks slowly back to the dugout. He can't believe it. And now Oscar Gonzalez's turn, who has been on base every time so far. 2 singles, a fielder's choice, and a walk. He'll swing on the first pitch. He'll pop it, and a huge jump by Brito, unable to come up with it, and it will trickle into right field as he gets a base hit. And that will be a 3-hit day for Gonzalez as Brooks moves over to second. A nice jump there by Brito, deep in the hole at second, just not able to come up with it. That's tough, but well placed by Gonzalez. Brito just 6'1". A couple more inches maybe he would have been able to make the grab. But there are 2 outs here as Will Benson up at the plate. And the beautiful curve ball this time. For a strike, 0-1 to Will Benson. Brooks on second, Gonzalez on first. Bounces in the dirt. Fitch doing a great job to keep it in front of him. One and one the count now to Will Benson. Here goes Ross. Huge swing and a miss there. Cuts right into the zone, and Benson way out in front. And another one. He is not able to come up with it as Benson goes down swinging, and while there were 2 runners on in the bottom of the 8th inning, Austin Ross gets the job done and strands those RubberDucks as we head into the top of the 9th. This is the final opportunity for the Fightin' Phils to get things going.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vis Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an our Phil's game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Redding Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Top of the ninth, the Fightin's last opportunity to put some runs on the board. It's 11-0 Akron RubberDucks. And coming on to bat is Nick Matera. Juan Mota out once again for the RubberDucks, his second inning of relief, and the first pitch is a ball. Reading 0 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors, and Akron 11 runs on 13 hits, no errors, as Mota does not get the called strike there from Krupa. It looks like the Syracuse Mets walked it off in the bottom of the ninth over the Iron Pigs. 9-8 the final score in Syracuse. The Iron Pigs returning home next week as well. Here's the 3-0. It's outside, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Nick Matera in the top of the ninth. Great way to start off the inning for the Fightins. And now McCarthy Tatum heads up to bat. He gets a first pitch strike called at the knees. One that just cuts right into the zone. And he breaks his bat, almost completely cuts it there. And he'll go back to the dugout, just completely splinters it. And now he'll get another bat from Luke Miller. Usually those splintered bats are prized possessions, so I wonder if he'll keep that or throw it out or where it'll end up, as I know fans love those. And he sends one into the gap, but it's going to be picked up by Guthrie. 6-4-3 double play. A big double play there by the RubberDucks, and that will take 2 outs now. Very close play at first as Monasterio picked it on up at short over to Freeman and on to Brooks. Very close there for the second out. And now it is down to the final out as Dalton Guthrie steps up onto the plate. He'll take a first pitch ball. And it's outside. One and one the count now, right down the middle for a called strike. And the Fightins down to our last strike here as Dalton Guthrie tries to put the Fightins on the board. Here's the 1-2, it's inside and he stays alive. Top of the ninth, 2 outs, the Fightins trail 11-0. And the count now 2-2 to Dalton Guthrie, who try not to end this thing. Mota kicks, fires. It's a foul ball from Guthrie. He stays alive. Here's the 2-2. Just misses outside. A good take there from Guthrie. Makes the count full. Guthrie bat up now in the righty batter's box. The 3-2, swing and a miss. And Guthrie comes fishing and comes up with nothing for the final out in this 11-0 shutout. On to the next game tomorrow. That's a 2 o'clock Sunday matinee game, the final one of this 6-game series in Akron, Ohio, before the Fightins return home May 25th to the 30th. Join me tomorrow at 2 o'clock for the final game of this series. I'm Emily Messina. Thank you for listening on the air.